Hello, Sue.
Hello, Rachel.
Welcome to episode 67, everyone. My name is Rachel, Treehouse Fiber Arts.
My name is Sue, Legacy Fiber Arts
Yes, and this
at
is a
24.
podcast about all things fiber arts related, heavy on the stitching and punch needle today.
I'm so excited to see that because we'll talk about Punch Needle and I'm dying to get back to it.
Oh, yes, you can talk a little bit about your debacle too,
I think it's
if
a
you want.
really good thing. No, I think it's good because I didn't have an awareness around it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's our show. So here we go. Why don't we just jump right in? Sue, what have you been up to? I have not talked to you in person for a couple of weeks because I've been deep in moving kids to college.
I feel like we're both kind of chaotic, but you're in a different chaos. It's because there's so many life changes going on for you right now with that. And it's like I'm in the chaos of work.
Yes.
Um, sorry, I have something going on my phone. Which is just chaos, but yours is very different. So I've just been working like crazy. We're getting our Advent boxes out, our Hanukkah boxes. I did four things this Christmas holiday season, four different boxes. So
That is crazy.
it is crazy. The easiest ones are wrapped up. The hardest ones are left, which is the everyday Advent. Is that all that's left? No, I have the 12 Sundays still and the everyday. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I don't know how you come up with all those colorways.
Honestly, we talked about it this morning. I don't either. It's sheerly, I have to just let go and just go, right? Like try not to overthink it. And the best part of it is I boxed up Hanukkah yesterday and I did Hanukkah in a day because it's a very small run. I don't do a ton of Hanukkah compared to the rest. But that means creating 8 colors. I probably put it for 2 days. I don't think I did it all in one day. I'm always like, I'm good with it. And then after I look at it for a while, I'm like, I don't know. It's so exciting to then just put them away and forget about them, like in bags or whatever.
Mhm.
They needed to be packaged. So yesterday I did the actual individual packaging and I love them. So,
That's great. That's kind of how I am with projects. When I do a project, I'm working on, oh, I don't know, and I set it aside and then I come back to it and I love it.
oh, I have one like that I'm going to show today. It's crazy how when you just devote too much time to one thing, you kind of lose it, right?
Yes.
And like so yeah, so I've just been dyeing yarn and dyeing yarn and dyeing yarn, but
Mhm.
getting making put in there because I have this new approach where I move slowly instead of frenetically like I can.
Yes.
And the discovery is you get the same amount of work done, but you're calmer.
I watched your latest episode with Chelsea, the Legacy Fiber Arts podcast, and Chelsea had a quote about nature always takes it slow and steady and it gets done. Or
Yes,
something like that. And I wanted to write it down. That was
it's
so
funny
good.
because somebody in the comments said, I love that quote. And I'm like, did she quote something and I missed it?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know what
Yes.
we're talking about here. But yes, that's the bottom line is it's going to get done no
Mhm.
matter what. I'm committed to it. And I can either do it at a human pace of just, or
Right.
be insane about it. And
Might as well enjoy the process. I
yeah.
even with the boys gone now, so I've had what 36 hours, 48 hours of empty nester stuff. And I still am running fast. Like I got to go pick up the boys or I have to get this done,
Oh,
that done. And I realized like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy emptying the dishwasher. I don't have to run anywhere. I don't need to get it's I went to the grocery store for the first time of shopping for just Brian and I. That was interesting. Every aisle. Oh, I should get that for George. Oh, he's not here. Oh, I should get that for Alex. What am I thinking? Brian and I don't need this in the house. I am not buying that. It's
yeah.
like,
It's
It
a
was weird.
huge adjustment. And it is like about, I don't know, the world is just too hard right now to add like frenetic energy around it. So it's like for me, it's like just stop. Like I'm just so
Yeah,
tired of being like, oh, I got to get this done. And
right.
so okay, so both boys are in college.
Yes.
Crazy. I feel
Yeah.
like George was literally a little boy when you started.
Yeah. I mean, he was like in first grade when I started podcasting, I
That's a
think.
little tiny boy.
Maybe second grade because I started when we moved, and I know he was a
That's
tiny
Lily
little
right
boy.
now.
What's that?
That's Lily right now.
Yeah. I know, isn't
That's
it crazy?
crazy. So before we get into all of that, like I want to talk about the grocery store and food. I still struggle cooking for two. Like I constantly make enough for an army.
Yeah.
This move has helped a little. The cost of groceries is so ridiculous. Like wasting food is not an option. It never
No.
be an option. And so what I do now is if I'm in the mood to cook like big cook, I individually freeze things like to bring to my mom who
Yes.
doesn't cook anymore and things like that. But it's a huge adjustment.
I thought of that too. Like, if I can package stuff up for Alex, who's in an apartment this year and cooking for himself.
Yes,
No, yeah.
freeze.
Yeah, and that's great that you do that too, thinking of your mom. Yeah, it's just an adjustment, as many of you, I'm sure, have already gone through it out there, which really helped me when I was moving kids in. You know what? Other people do this all the time. They live, they survive. Like my parents did it with me. I can do it too.
Yeah.
So, and
And
it's great.
you've raised amazing young men who are more than capable of it all.
Yes, I'm really proud of them. And George, we're texting back and forth a lot more, the four of us, than I thought we would. And then yesterday I get a FaceTime from George because he wanted to show me his haircut.
I love
He
that.
wanted a buzz cut. So he got it all chopped off.
And he has gorgeous curls.
I know. But he had said all summer, I just really want to see what it looks like, just want to do it. And I was, oh, don't do it for the wedding we're going to. Don't do it for this, don't do it for that. And then, 2 days into being in college, good for him. It was
I
95 degrees out. I'm sure he was like, get it off my head. And
Yes.
yeah. So
I love that. We have a family thread and it's so cool. Like, I mean, my boys are grown men, right? Which is so crazy because in my world they're
right.
not.
All over 30,
I
right?
know, I know. And we're constantly going back and forth and sharing. And
Love it.
I'm so grateful for that. And I love every second of it.
You call it your fam chat, right?
Fam jam.
Fam jam, because I started calling it the fam chat, but I
Yeah,
like
fam
fam
jam.
jam.
You can use it.
I'm gonna rename mine.
Yeah, I forgot who named it. I want to say a good chance Justin.
I love it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna rename it when we're done here.
Yeah. Yeah. And all the spouses are on it. And it's really
Mhm.
cool. Someday the girls will be on it. Lily talks about it. Will you send the Fam Jam this?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
It's very cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep. They'll probably roll their eyes at me when they see I'm changing the name to Fam Jam, but
They'll be like, hey,
they'll love it deep down.
they absolutely love it.
Okay. Well, anyways, enough of that. We were so thrilled to be here. I looked at the comments from the last episode, and we had a lot of good comments about knitting in public and
Yes.
thoughts around that. So that was kind of fun to read. There was a question out there, which I think other people are probably wondering too. Has Sue ever recovered her missing cross stitch? I know. I hate to even bring
Given
it up.
up, I've given up all hope because we would have found it by now. Like the
Yeah,
spring was my hope. Yeah, I tell you, and you know what the worst part is? I love that piece.
I know.
I loved it. And it was supposed to be the first piece hanging in this house. And it's
Yeah.
like, and
Uh,
I typically can let go like pretty
mm.
easily of things. And I have let go of it. Like if that's the hardest thing I have to deal with in this life, like piece of cake. But it does make me sad because I loved it.
Well, it's somewhere out in the universe
It is probably in
out
the
there.
it's probably in the garbage somewhere.
No, you're probably going to come across it at a antique shop in 10 years, beautifully framed. And
How will I know it's mine? That is crazy to think about, right?
I know, wouldn't that be fun?
I know.
Anyways,
I know.
so
And you
thank
know
you for your
what?
comments and questions,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you for asking. I'm not dwelling on it. It pops in my head once in a while. I'm like, oh, darn it. I don't really say darn it, but you know what I would say.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know what I would say too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
one last thing. I'm coming in like a month. I
I
am so excited. Sue, we haven't been in person since I met you.
Since Needles Up,
Yeah, what
the
is that,
year that
8 years?
you came with Denise,
5 years?
our, it was our second Needles Up you came to, which was a venue that Chelsea and I had created at Rhinebeck. That was so much fun. I don't know how I did it.
I know. So much work.
I don't know because I did all the dyeing then, and we would bring like
A lot.
thousand skeins.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
And
such
we
a fun
wouldn't sell 1,000 skeins, but we
event.
would bring it, plus do advents. Not the advents we're doing today, though. That had
Hmm.
a very different look. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that was the last time. It is so great because you are the reason these advents are getting out because I want them gone. I'm probably going to hand you yours. I'm not going to ship yours. Maybe I will. Maybe I
You
will.
can hand me mine.
Yeah,
I was thinking I should just like bring an extra suitcase with
you
me because
should.
it'd be cheaper to ship than, I'll just, not that you're giving me things, but when we go shopping at
Oh,
the,
no, no. But
no.
also, I can also ship them to, you know what I mean? Like we can take care of that, no problem, whatever works best for you.
Yeah.
But that is why I'm working so hard because I literally cannot wait. I really want you to stay for 2 weeks.
I know. We could get some work done and I know, but that just would be a lot, wouldn't it? But
It's gonna
anyways,
be, I think it's
I
gonna be
know.
amazing.
I don't even know, other than the show where hopefully we'll meet some of you at the Vermont Sheep and what is it called?
Well,
Wool. Yes. So we will be there probably on Saturday, unless it's a downpour, then we'll go on Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. It's best to plan it, like give ourselves the wiggle room, and we can. It doesn't matter. Like
Mhm.
it's going to
No.
be so fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing people. We have not been out in the world since COVID. No, we went to Rhinebeck 2 years ago.
Did you? I forgot
Yeah,
about
Chelsea and I went 2 years ago, I think. And Kristen, it was
that.
right before she got
Mm.
engaged because we knew it was going to happen
Mm-hmm.
and it was killing us. Like Chelsea and I were like
That's the
dying.
worst when you have to be around someone that you know a good secret about.
Yes, so the three of us drove down. We had the best time. They came for the weekend. They missed the train going home, so I had to drive them back home. Ben had to meet. I was like, Ben, can you meet us? And he was so grumpy about it. I'm like, Ben, come on. Come to find out, he was meeting with his mom to get the ring because
Oh, with her
Kristen
mom.
has her grandma. It's stunning. Her
Oh.
grandmother's ring. So that's sitting in the car with him.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
We didn't know that part. And he was just so grumpy. And I was like, Ben, stop being so grumpy. Like I was really annoyed with him. But yeah. Yeah.
When
So
Brian bought my engagement ring a couple hours north of Chicago at a place that his dad bought his mom's ring and his grandpa bought, it was a generational thing. And he was so cagey and dodgy with me on the phone about what he was doing that day. I literally thought he was going to break up with
break
me. I
up
was
with
like,
you.
oh, here's the beginning of the end. Yet again,
I
another
have to
one.
open a window. I'm dying in here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
Yeah. So I dare tell you those secrets, you got to be careful.
I know. Oh my gosh. Chelsea and we were dying. And then we spent the day with Denise, which was so lovely. Like the
Mm.
entire day, it was just like the three of us. Well, four of
Yeah.
us because Kristen
Oh.
was there. And I think we shared with Denise, like, Benny's gonna ask her to marry,
Mm.
you know.
That's so
I know.
fun.
So anyways, that was our last out in the public in a
Yeah.
long time. So
Oh, it's gonna be
we're
so
really
fun.
looking forward. The girls may come with us. We haven't decided that yet, which they would have a ball.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh my gosh.
I
How
know.
cool.
So
Well,
fun.
all right, let's talk stitching.
Let's talk
Let's
stitching.
do this.
Okay.
Well, I'll go first because I don't have like as great as
Okay.
you,
I
but
have kind of a lot.
yeah, maybe you should go first. Let me get mine over with because it's sad.
I'm sure it's not sad. I don't even know
Well,
what it is.
it's not sad, but I don't think I've shared this one yet. I shared it with you, I think, but look at the jewels on her and the eyes. I love that the eyes are blue
Aren't they
beads.
fabulous?
Yeah, and look at his beard. This
I
is a,
know.
what is this called? Jolly Pear? I should know. I
Joe,
sell it in
I
my shop. I
I
have,
actually did that one. I forgot I have those. I
did you?
am literally obsessed with Satsuma.
And I used a dark blue backing, which
Love it.
I will put a link down below for the backing on Amazon because people ask. It's so easy to finish these. Love
So
it.
easy. I just have to look for something. Yeah.
I got that. And then
So easy. And
I,
like, and I can't wait to finish them.
oh, I know. It's just, it's fun because I know I'm going to be cutting. And I
I
feel like
love
I'm a little
cutting.
kid again. And I always enjoyed cutting when I did the scrapbooking thing. And so a lot of fun. And so then I went ahead and started the bells. They show three bells. Let me take it. I'll
I
show
don't
you my
have these.
setup. Yeah, let me
To
show
the
you my.
train.
I've been using the CocoKnit. I love using this CocoKnit stand. And then I put my pattern up here and it's just, it's so handy. I absolutely love this stand.
I
It's
could
really
use
pretty.
that for the Halloween one I'm working on.
Yeah, I love it because you can kind of mark where you're at with the magnetic ruler. But this
Yep.
is the bell. And they show it three in a row, but I'm making them all separate and I'll hang them, I'll intersperse them. Maybe I'll make the pattern twice. I don't know.
Love
Did I
them.
show the bell?
No.
Where did the bell go? Oh, so I did the big bell. There's a big, a small, a medium, and a large. I mean, in person, it's just so cute. It's got
Oh,
a little bell on the
there's
bottom.
just, I mean, like I could talk at nauseum about these, and I do because, oh my God, I
I
love
did
them.
gold because I thought the bell should be like a golden
Yeah.
copper. I don't know. Oh, I just love them. This was so fun to stitch too because it's symmetric. So
Oh,
once you do one side,
most of her designs are. She's very symmetrical, which is speaks to like my designing kind of
mhm.
technique. But yeah, I
Yeah, to get myself set up, I know you do the pile method, but there were so
well,
many colors in this bell and that I had to get them all out like this. And then I have just an old clay kind of pot and I throw all the extras in there. And then your tip that you gave to put the beads in some sort of vessel that you could pick them out with the needle is key.
yes, oh, mine's right here. I love it. And you know what? I don't even empty every pack because she uses the same all throughout.
Oh, that's good to know.
So, or quite a few, not exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't always empty the packet. Like I can make these ornaments over and over again.
Yeah, because she does add extra too, I've noticed.
Tons.
Yeah, which
You
is
have to
so
when you're
cool.
doing that because the time it takes to actually like give the right amount is ridiculous. So it's cheaper to just pour.
Yeah.
I used to
This
do that.
this one and all the other ones are on, I believe, is it 14 or 16 count?
I
I,
was thinking 14, but you know what?
yeah,
It could be 16.
I think it might be 14. The
Okay.
bell is actually on 18 count. So for this one, I started with the needle that she uses in the package, which I think is like
John James, I think.
it's a, yeah, John James, I think it was a 28 because you
Mm.
need to be able to fit the beads. But I found a 24. To stitch this, I used a 24, and when I needed to put beads on, I used the
You
28.
changed it.
Because
I
I was just, it was too fiddly with a little needle for me in this big
Mhm.
hole. I don't know. You probably didn't have any problems.
I
Just
love
something.
the needles she provides. I use it for all my stitching. Like again, I don't pull out the new needle each time. I just use the same one and then I save
Hmm.
them. I don't know why I love the needle. I
Well,
don't
it's
know
John
why.
James. I mean, it's a
Is it?
great
I
needle.
think it's John James, but I
Yeah,
can't remember.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
is.
think
But
I showed these last time, didn't I?
I don't remember, but you can show them again. They're
For the
so cute.
girls. These are for
Yep.
my three little girls.
I can't believe you already have them done. Boom, you got a gift done.
Again, I am all about the slow and steady
Yeah,
and being more focused.
these are so fun. It took me maybe over the course of 3 days. I would just kind of sit down for 5, 10 minutes here and there, and it was done.
They're
And
such an easy pickup.
yes, I wanted to share with people. I do have Halloween ones in the shop. I've got the marvelous Mr. Meow that you're holding up, and I have Benny
I
Bones.
have him upstairs already done.
I have Specs, and I
And the
have,
owl. I have that one left.
yeah, this is going to be fun. I think this is the first one I would do.
It's very similar to this one.
Yes, I love that. I love the rainbow-ish kind. Her colors are fabulous. So these are in the shop. Lots of Christmas ones in the shop too, holiday ones. So do check that out.
I so this one is I was kept avoiding because of all the white.
Yes.
But if you do it the way I did it, it's really quite simple. Like I started with these, and then I put the glasses in and the face, and then this, and now it's just filling. So I don't
Yeah,
even need to think about it.
that's the key, just to get
Yeah.
it outlined, the areas you don't. Yeah,
It,
and you don't feel, for those of you out here who are intimidated with using beads, it's super easy. Just follow her instructions. You're
yeah.
literally putting the bead on your needle and poking it down and it
Yeah.
stays. The
Simple.
sequins are
And
a two-step process with a smaller bead, but you're literally beading the sequin on, putting on the other bead, and then putting it through the sequin
true.
again, and that locks it in place.
Yes. And her older ones don't use as much of beads as her newer ones, I'm noticing.
Ah.
This is an old, I believe this series is older because then all the other Halloween I did have a whole
Hmm.
different look in a
Hmm.
sense. These have a very specific, like the outline rainbowy look.
Yeah.
I just love them. I wish she would come out with more because I think I have all of the Christmas ones. I think I have all of the Halloween.
Well, I think you do too. And I think, I mean, I know she's going to do the 12 days of Christmas. We've got 4 days up to calling
Yes.
birds, I believe. So,
Those are next in my pile. I think I have three Christmas ones and then I've done all of those. I just love them. It
hmm
kind of kills me to get rid of these because they're
hmm
gifts,
hmm
but they also aren't as much my aesthetic.
hmm
This I would never have bought that and it's my favorite.
Isn't that funny?
It's my absolute
Yeah,
favorite.
we're not really cat people, but that one with the mitten, we're mitten people.
We're mitten people. That's it. It's the mitten that did it. And the mitten is so fun to stitch.
Yeah. I know we've talked probably ad nauseum about these things, but they are so fun.
They're
And I'm a stitch in hand kind of girl usually with my fabrics, and I do the sewing method. So I was like, oh, am I really gonna like, doing the back and forth? It's fun on perforated paper. It slows you down, which is actually maybe
yes.
a good thing.
Yes, and it isn't like I couldn't only do these, but I
Mhm.
get in the mood. Like right now, I could be in the mood to do all that white. Like I'm in the mood for that motion, right?
Yeah. Yep. 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 So
I,
other than that, I pulled out some Halloween stuff that I have partially done.
me
These
too.
bags. Oh gosh, I love my bag from Woodpecker's daughter, Diane.
I love them, and I'm so look at, and both of ours are different.
Yeah, and look at, I even printed out
I
what's
know you're
inside.
so good. I never do that.
Should we do that when I come?
Yes,
You have
please.
one of those photo printers?
Yes. Oh my
This
gosh.
this is a really cute series by Luminous Fiber Arts. I just like the aesthetic of it, and I thought they'd make really cute pillows. So I'm doing it on I don't know, 36 count. It's 3 colors, so it's super easy and fast.
And fun.
Yeah, I think this is maybe covered bridge. I don't know.
So what I'm going to do, I've decided, I've been thinking about this a lot because I pulled out the little trick or treat booklet. I don't know if I brought it. Yes, right here. This. And
Yes.
everything it slows me down is finishing because I'm not a finisher.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the nun stitch around it, cut it. It's kind of a hem stitch,
Yeah.
cut it, and then do like a running stitch, adhere it to the back of maybe another piece of linen. So maybe it frays. I'm not sure yet.
Ooh. Will you stuff it and make it
Yes,
into
with
pillows?
walnut shells.
Yeah, me too. Um,
I didn't even know I had this. I found it.
yeah, that's the other one I have in another bag. See, I put
I
the
have that
picture,
bag too.
but I haven't started it yet. I do have these, I still have some of these kits in the shop, and these kits are fabulous because they have such great colors. She uses like 6 different weeks dye works and maybe 7 or 8 different classic color works, just a couple of DMCs. So you're just getting some
Yes.
great
I
quality.
don't think I got, you know what? I have a feeling I bought the book at my local when I lived in Connecticut because I
Hmm.
don't have the kit. And if I got it from you, I would have gotten the whole kit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and I actually bought this on my own because I that's the Stitching Bee in Green Bay, Wisconsin,
I
and
think I
then
remember that.
yeah, and then I think I started my shop and was like, I need this in the shop. But I think the first one I'm gonna start working on is the witch, this witch.
All I'm
I
doing
love
right
her.
now is witches because Lily is a witch in training. And oh my gosh, she's serious about it.
Did you
So,
ever see the Pit of Doom
oh
at
no,
their house? Whatever. I
I
think
was
it was the
cracking up.
I love that.
The imagination on both of those girls is mind-boggling.
Oh, I have this done too. Okay, this is another Luminous Fiber Arts in here.
Oh,
This is for what is it? Who Boo something or other. Where did it go? Or this is Sneaky. It's called Sneaky Spooky Spells,
so
maybe?
cute.
Yeah, and this is the top, and it's a series of 3. Wish I could find.
Halloween is my favorite, favorite, favorite for decorating, for colors, for everything.
I cannot wait to see your Halloween stuff. I have
Well,
a
when you
feeling
get
it's going to
here, it
be
will be all
out.
up.
I know. I have a feeling it'll be out. So I would love to get these done. And I would love to start the witch. And that
Yeah.
would be my Halloween for the year.
Well, I have become obsessed with Halloween. And it started with, oh my gosh, I will go right back to Satsuma.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That is so fun. Oh, I wish I would have done that one now.
It's so fabulous. And I love that I'm doing it piece by piece because I'm totally caught up and I'm a week ahead. Like you get 2 weeks. I usually get it done. I refuse to not finish this piece because
Yeah.
this is for the girls. And oh my gosh, they're going to die. Eventually, it will be Lily's, and then I will make a different something for Charlie. But for now, this is for both the girls because I only have one thing done.
So it's called Monster House or Monster Mansion, something
Monster
like that.
Sal
Yeah, and it's a stitch along that Satsuma Street is doing, and you're on clue what, 5?
4,
4,
and
and they
there's
come out
6.
every 2 weeks. It's not too late to join.
It's
You
not.
do.
So I have something going here and here.
Oh,
I
really?
think
There's more up there.
I think it's fabulous.
I am now realizing I love how she made all the character, the people and the animals in the black and white and gray tones, and the rest of the house is all the color.
So bright.
It just makes them pop more. Like if it were all color, it would be like, ah,
Yes.
I mean,
And
I love that.
there are the sweetest ghosts here,
Yes.
which I am gonna outline
Mhm.
with a medium gray, not like a black, but a medium gray. And then I do have some outlining to do, I think, on the tentacles.
And is there going to be more down below then?
No,
No, that's the bottom of the piece, the tentacles. Oh my
You
God.
start at the you start with the butler, then you go to the headless, then you go to the ghosts, and then you go to this one. This last clue was definitely fussier, took a little longer, just because like
The angle.
you can get off so easily. So I was very careful and kind of worked my way up to make sure I didn't go too long.
That witch stirring the pot or
Oh my
stirring the
God, Lily
cauldron.
died when
I
she saw it.
love her.
Yeah, she died.
And I love the weather vane at the top.
Same.
It's so there's still going to be some
Spectacular.
things on the sides.
What will be on the sides? Will it be the octopus that I know has a different name? Will his head be popping out up here?
Oh, wow.
Will his This is the most stitching. This area here was the most. So now I have two smaller things left
Is that the last clue coming then?
here and here.
Okay.
So 5 and 6.
Oh my gosh. It's just so fun.
If you saw me on Thursdays at 7 o'clock, it comes through Thursday night. I am beside myself. I can't open it fast enough. It's been the most fun thing I've engaged in such a long time. The anticipation is a huge piece of it.
Hmm. I
I'm
wonder if
obsessed.
she'll do a Christmas one since this one
Chelsea
is so
keeps
popular.
asking because she's very interested. Chelsea is now a stitcher.
Yes. Yes, I know. She's picked up the bee sampler. I forget what it's called
Yes,
from
and
the shop.
she's loving it.
It's looking so good.
So good. And as long as we're on Halloween, I don't think I've talked about this. So sorry, I got to stand up again. I should be more organized.
That's okay. Mm,
Such a fun Halloween stitch book. I would like to make this. I
that
love
looks
it.
like it's very filled in.
It's very filled in. It
Oh.
feels like there's a lot of not like quarter stitch half stitches. They don't really do that anymore, but a lot of the back stitching does funky things.
Mm-hmm.
It like goes up 5 stitches. You have a long back stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love it. I'm so excited. I want to delve into this, but again, I'm working on focusing and finishing
Yes.
because it's really all about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how we were talking about like pulling something out that you had started that you didn't even realize how great it was?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I started this 100 years ago on this funky fabric.
I remember when you did that.
Yeah. I just made up colors because I didn't have the ability to go out and get them all. I don't know if they didn't have them, something like that. So I just picked like hand dyeds that I had that were close. Oh,
That's so good.
so good. I didn't remember it being this good. I remember thinking, oh, should I keep going? Shouldn't I?
Brenda
Again,
Gervais.
Brenda Gervais, 2015. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Do you
So
have the do
I
you have
do.
the what's it called?
Bobbing for Pumpkins.
That's right. I knew
I
it was a
love
longer title.
I love her patterns. I
Hmm.
really, really love her patterns.
I
I
know.
could make every one of them.
I wish I could have some of her patterns in my shop,
Yes, I know.
but
I
yeah.
also am like, do I make this into a pillow? Am I capable of making this into a pillow? I
Oh
don't know.
gosh. Of course. But do you want it a pillow? I don't know
I
if I
don't,
it looks like it's a little big for
a
a pillow,
little
but
big,
not big enough for a real pillow.
right?
I would
It's
frame that.
okay. So all I have left is the apron, which is
Yep.
don't even need to look. The dress, don't even need to look. And then the ground, that's going to be a pain, but I can get that done. And then a few things in the sky.
I think Lily and Charlie would love that one because it's two witches.
I do too, but I want it.
We can't give everything to them.
I can't. I love my Halloween so much. Everything will be bequeathed to them, of course. and
Yeah.
Benny's little girl, everything.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
Very,
enjoying
very cute. So
it.
you're going to work on that, try and get that done?
This is today because I'm waiting for Olga's autumn stocking to show up. And it says Saturday. Usually their stuff comes quicker than it says it's going to.
Mm-hmm.
Did the 1, 2, 3 stitch, ordered all the threads,
Yeah.
went all specialty on that one.
So
All.
great.
And I've wanted to make it forever. Is it a Brenda Gervais?
I think it is a with thy needle. I have it in my shop,
No,
actually.
you
I
don't.
don't have it kit up. I
You have
just
the
bought it.
pattern?
I have the pattern. I just bought it. I was going to share with everyone
Oh,
new Halloween stuff, but it's
oh my
not
gosh.
just the pattern.
Okay. Well, that's coming. The minute that gets here, that's going to be like, I
That'll
know
be
I'm
fun.
not going to be able to tear myself away from it.
Yeah.
Because literally, I've been looking at it since I went back to stitching.
Let me see if I can show it. Let me do share. I think it's sharing my desktop. Do you see my desktop?
Yes, I see your desktop.
Let's see. Yeah, these are some of the new ones that I got in my shop, and I swear Olga's stocking is in here. Where did it go? Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I was like, oh, I should get that in there, and then I didn't.
Oh, I love the house with the winding road.
Well, while we're here, why don't we just... Yes, so this is in the shop. I love this design. Peace on
So
Earth.
nice. I love blue flower.
Me too. The Cardinal Kin, I got more of that in the shop. Love that.
Actually, Plum Street might be Olga's stocking. Look at
I
Shepherd.
think it is. And then I went a little heavy on, the sheep. I'm a sheep person
Of
because of the
course, so am I.
knitting. So shepherd's pie, thought that was cute. And sheep heap.
Oh, I love all of those and I have them started.
Yeah, you have a few.
I'll show
I
you
had to
that
get
next time.
Kringle and Woolard again. I love this one.
Oh, I love that.
These, you can find all my sheep related ones in
So
the
cute.
navigation tab on my website, just under wool lovers. Yeah, I thought this was super cute from last year. It's part of the series. I just wanted it in the shop.
So cute.
And I got more garden samplers in.
Love the garden sampler. I would love to make that. I love Carriage House and those three women.
Yes,
All of
I
them. I
agree.
love their designs. I think Kathy Barrick is my favorite. Oh my gosh, that is
Isn't
beautiful.
that pretty? I love the quilting stars
Oh, I
on the
want
top
that.
and bottom and the white pumpkins and the pomegranate
Oh, I'm just going to give you
ferns
a list.
and the red house. I
Oh
hope
my
this isn't
gosh.
boring for people. I'm like scrolling through here. I had to get the
This
treehouse.
one. This is the one I said. I love this.
I know. I had to get the treehouse for
You
Treehouse Fiber
need
Arts.
that.
This is part of a bigger series of houses that Cottage Garden has done, but I just grabbed the treehouse.
That is fabulous.
Isn't that fabulous? I wonder if all this
Yes.
stitching would be really challenging with all the different designs in the wood.
Looks so fun.
It does. It does.
Oh
So,
my gosh, I need that one.
I always love this sentiment.
Should be
This is Miss
miserable if I have
Bingley's
not.
library.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yes, yes. I guess I should.
Oh, I love that.
And then I got the Autumn Eve with the sheep and the
Oh,
pumpkin patch. I love these whimsical trees and the crow
same.
and the white, really tall house.
Love it.
I'm
Oh
I'm
my,
into these smaller, faster ones, you
same.
know.
I
This
love this
I
one.
love this one. I had to get more. That's a
I might need that
restock.
one.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Oh,
All
I
the different
love
types
that
of
one.
sheep. Yeah. And then I had to get Babushka's bees.
Oh, I need
Chelsea
that one.
inspired me to get more bee kind of things.
Chelsea, oh, don't let her see that one.
No, she's got to finish what she started.
Oh, no, I want to make that for her.
Okay, don't
Oh, I
tell her.
love it. I love it. I love
And then
it.
I have some of the other Lila's studio sweater
Yes.
ornaments, and these were a new addition for my
So
shop.
cute.
And I love these 12 Days of Christmas stockings by Anne
Okay.
Hughes.
My aunt was just talking about these.
So I got the booklet. I don't know if I have any other pictures of different ones in there, but maybe down the road I'll flip through it with everybody so they can
Yes.
see. But
Oh,
oh, it's just, and I don't know if I would stitch it on black. I think I would maybe
mm.
change it to a different color just for ease for me, but the black is sure
It's
pretty.
beautiful, but you know what stops me on those, making those stockings?
It just looks so, it would be so easy though. You just cut and sew, and
I know.
I bet it's even, you could glue.
I
You just,
know. I
yeah.
have got to get past that. Oh, I need this.
Yeah, I need it too. So I got it for the
Oh
shop. I have a bunch of these skinny minis in the
my
shop, and the Proverbs 31 sampler is always a hit.
beautiful.
So I've got that one in the shop.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I restocked Peace
Um,
on Earth. This is part of a series as well by Cottage Garden, but I just got the Christmas one.
love.
Okay, hope that wasn't boring for people, but since we were on the subject, I don't know.
Yes. Love
Yeah,
it.
so that's new and updates in the shop right now. But
Love it.
okay,
Love it.
back to your stitching. I don't know
Okay.
how we got on
So,
that tangent. Oh, I was
no, I
looking
love
for
it.
the stocking. I guess I did not pick
Yes. Yes.
that.
Okay, so this is the other one.
Oh,
So
I love this
I'm
one.
gonna have a witch wall.
I think you are.
No, but I want
I
to keep it up year
love that one.
round.
Oh,
Oh, this is one of my favorites. It was a favorite to stitch. Like I loved it. Is this Pine Berry Lane?
or
I
is
don't
it
even
La
know.
Di Da?
Or La Di Da. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe I'll
I feel
we'll
like
talk
it's
about that.
I feel like it's La Di Da. It's La Di Da. I would almost guarantee that. Isn't
Oh,
it
is it good? I missed the
fabulous?
cat. I didn't see the cat the first time on her
Oh,
skirt.
it's fabulous.
And the mice. I didn't see the mice underneath either.
It's I love it. So I have
That's super
quarter
cool.
frames for those two. And so literally I'm just all about Halloween at the moment. I went, I have two things that aren't Halloween, but so then I went and I like this would be super fast.
I remember when you got that.
I know. I think
That's the
somebody
pine berry.
gifted me this.
Yeah, maybe. Oh,
Then I have this one, which I don't think I'll start this year. Sorry.
another great one, which I at first thought she was a fully endowed witch.
Well,
The skirt. Wait.
Chelsea and Priscilla have had many conversations around that
Oh,
because
really?
Chelsea was making this and same thing. This is a good size piece though. This is not a small piece. So that's why I don't think I'm going to do it right away.
Yeah, that's a lot of stitching in there.
Yeah. And then again, in honor of our Lily girl,
Those Prairie Schooler Halloween ones are fantastic.
I just found these. I don't know where I even got them.
Yeah. Ay, 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 ay.
I love them. And then of course, will I
Ooh.
ever make this?
Well, you've done how many of the squares?
Well, I love making them. I've done three. I worked on one last weekend. I wanted to just sit in my chair. Now I have to draw a bunch out. It's more just doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like talking about it, do it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm also all about eating the frog lately, like get what you don't want to do done
Y-
first in the day.
Yep.
Is that the
Oh,
right
these are
one?
so
Yeah.
fun. And this is just back stitching?
Just back stitching.
Oh.
So, and then this one, I just had to do the bats. I had so much fun last weekend, just being mindless.
Oh my gosh, these are so fun.
They're so fabulous. They're
Yeah,
so
so tell
fabulous.
us more about the kit or the design there.
Well, and then I got to make the quilt.
Yeah, Hocus Pocusville, Crabapple Hill.
I also have my aunt so generously gifted me the witches one. There's
Mhm.
a bit where you color them in color and then backstitch, and I've been watching videos on it. And
Mhm.
but the quilt part is like really overwhelming for me. So for that one, I might just stitch the panels of witches and frame them.
Ooh,
That's my favorite part.
wow.
So
Yeah.
I have the whole kit. If she lived close, I would beg her to do it.
Yeah.
Because she's a quilt, like she's a quilter with a huge queue, huge.
Yeah, she's probably looking at it like, oh, I could get that done in a weekend.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, she's in her early to mid 80s and she's as prolific as ever.
Wow. Oh, I hope someday.
Same, same, same. So that is Halloween. And then I feel like there's something else. Give me 1 minute. It's my favorite stitching, Halloween.
Hmm. I know I like it, but I just don't put it anywhere. So I'd rather do Christmas.
Oh no,
Christmas is
wait till you
my
see
thing.
my house at
I know, I
Halloween.
can't wait.
Wait, it's you're gonna want it. And then
Oh
this
my
word
gosh.
is calling to me and calling to me, and I may I may go to this after those witches if the stocking doesn't get here.
Hmm.
I'm really just loving slow stitching nights right now.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The idea of just backstitching, maybe that's why punch needle I have been loving. All of July, I did Tour de Fleece, and I ended up spinning 46 ounces.
That's a lot.
I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you think of your 100-gram skein of yarn is 4 ounces.
Or
So that's 14. I made 14 skeins of either 2-ply or 3-ply yarn.
that's huge.
I know. I was crazy on my little, oh,
You
I
loved
just
it.
I had so much fun doing that, but I put it away and I'm, done for now, but I know I'll jump back into it again at some point. But that was so fun. So when August hit, I was like, I didn't feel like stitching the kind of the fussiness of it all, and I didn't, I was the knitting, I was getting bored with my projects, and I was like, oh, I really want to do some of the Lori Holt punch needle because I am selling the kits in the shop, and
I have
I
one.
absolutely have had so much fun. I don't know what I showed.
I
Did I
don't
have all?
I
No.
don't think you've showed anything yet.
Okay. So the summer one has these four small ones and then a big one and then an oval. And I'm noticing a little series happening because she seems to be doing these squares. This is autumn
Yes.
and summer is this one. And so I think what I'm going to do is find a frame that I can, because there's spring coming and there's winter coming and spring coming too, and they all have this size. So I've been working on those, but to get myself into it, I thought I'm just going to do these small ones.
So smart.
And yeah, and the small ones, if you look closely, they have this triangle border, but I thought I really wanted to do coasters and I wanted them to be square. So I just squared off the corners, and oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Here's the back.
So
Kind of
cute.
give you an idea of my spacing as I'm punching. But the way I've kind of set myself up is with a basket, and I've got my little folder back here with any tools I would need. And then I put my pattern here so I can refer to the color that I need. And then I put the Lori Holt chunky thread colors in here. And I've got my little snips. I love this kind of snip for cutting off because I can pick it up really easy and just squeeze it and it cuts versus trying to
Yes.
get my fingers and getting close. This
Well,
just
and
feels,
that little bit of a curve, like I know for rug hooking, my scissors go like that, like kind of
yep.
so that you can just do this.
Hmm. And I was watching Lori Holt do her punch needle. She's got a video out of her punching, and she's like, "Oh, I always have a pair of my glasses." And I'm like, "I have your glasses." So, oh, it helps.
Yes.
These are 5, and I love using these when I punch. Not that it's fussy, but it is nice to see where the tip of your punch needle is punching. Um, a tip that I've heard a lot of people give is when you get this is the threader for the punch needle, it's when you get it, it doesn't have this blue end to it. It's just a tiny little end and you will lose it. So this is just a post-it note I folded over, but
Really
I think
smart.
Lori, I think, put something pretty on the end of hers, like two
Yes.
back to back or something. But I had an absolute ball. I love her chunky threads. I was really going to only do the cherries, and I love doing the cherries so much. I ended up doing all 4. Here's the heart. And there's the cherries. And then here is the bee.
So sweet.
Yes. So finishing, I definitely want to make these into coasters. I really like how wool looks on the back, but I also have a lot of Lori Holt fabric too. So I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know exactly how I'm going to. I'm wondering if maybe Lori will have a finishing
Yeah.
video, but I mean, I will probably just
Oh, I need to make those.
trim these down like I did my last punch needle. Just trim it down, fold these over, and actually use fabric glue to stick it down. And then I probably will just glue or sew. I'll probably sew some of, I have tons of different colors of felt upstairs.
I have, if you want to wait till you get here, I have really gorgeous wool
Yes. I
for my
have,
rug hooking.
ooh, like pieces. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
I should bring this with.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's the coaster. And then I built up my courage to get going on this one, which this is the back. I still
Oh
have
my
to do all the little
gosh.
penny. Um, it's still a work in progress.
Oh, it looks so good, Rachel.
Yeah, it's super. Oh, it's so fun. You start in this, you do the little things first and you just kind of work your way out and you get into a rhythm. At first, my hands started to hurt, and I was like, oh, is this going to be for me? And I stopped, came back to it the next day. You build up, I don't know. I just know when to stop.
Yes, and there is a rhythm, and I haven't refound that rhythm because I used
Mhm.
to do it years ago. I could crank out that in a day, like just boom,
Yeah.
because I would just go like this, and I was so good. And then I never got that rhythm back. And I've got to figure that out. I haven't given it enough time.
I'm using the Ultra Punch, which I have in the shop, and I'm using a 4. I'm using it on 4. Lori Holt, I think, uses hers on 5. I started before I watched her video on a 4, so I'm sticking with 4 for these. I might try 5 on something else. Um, but they do carry fresh needles too, so I'm wondering how often I have to change my needle, especially
I
for
could
this
see
thicker.
that. I could
Yes,
see that. Yeah.
I've got a shipment of those coming for the shop of replacement tips.
Good.
Uh, but yeah, so I started this one and I for the small ones, I used the Morgan hoop. I think I picked this up at Michael's or Joann's one time. And for the bigger one though, I'm using my stand, which this
I
is
didn't know
summer.
you had a stand.
I do. I got a stand because I was doing some wool hooking for a while and just haven't gotten
Yeah.
back to it. But this is a stand that has these are like teeth that
Yeah.
really hold it down. I mean, drum tight. It's awesome for this size. I do know that people can do that size on this and they move it around, but you don't get as drum tight.
Hmm.
No, it's just I also have this size in my arsenal of tools, so that would probably have worked okay.
Hmm.
I don't know what size this is. Almost looks like 12-inch or
Yeah.
14
It's
inch.
huge.
It's a big one. But yeah, so the way I trace is I just put her pattern down on the table and I put her fabric right on top. I can see through it without a light box.
Same.
And I love using my fancy pencils. My Blackwing pencil works
Oh,
the the one that the some of the pencils all the pencils have different types of lead. This happens to be the type of lead that's more dark, it's softer. And yeah, so I just use the pencil and it works so well. And so there's the summer one starting. That's going to be a beehive.
that's
Uh,
the one I started with. I was like, I'm going to do a huge one. Why should I start with a little one?
so tell us your story.
So what happened is I couldn't get a rhythm. I was punching like I was using thread. So I was punching too close together, so I had a hole.
Yes, that's a thing
So
you got to
you
get
have
used to.
to really move it. You don't like I was so used to using fine thread and packing it. Sorry.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, oh, I was so mad, but now I'm going to use that same one and practice for a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, and then I probably will do the big hollow fall one.
Yeah. I
But I could do the little, like I would love coasters. Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought I was just going to do one, and I was like, oh, I'm doing the whole set because
Yeah.
I can do this in like less than an hour. It was done, I think.
So fun.
Yeah, it's just, it is so fun. So fun. So I cannot wait to finish these, fully finish these. And thank you to those people who have purchased kits, the second round of kits. I am still waiting on 4 colors from Riley Blake of the chunky thread, as are, or all are, the whole industry. I guess Lori was at H&H in Chicago, and H&H had a lot of yarn store buyers at that show that caught on to her yarn, which she calls chunky thread,
Yeah.
and wiped her clean for a while. So I think that's the reason. Totally
Well,
get it because I love this stuff.
yeah, honestly, I am dying to make her crochet like doilies out
Yes.
of them. I'm dying to make those.
Yeah, I've made a couple.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
They're really just fun. They are. They're
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I just would love them all around my house, like as little, like you can put things on them.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's my punch needle so far. And yeah, for those of you who are waiting for me for kits, that's where we are with the chunky thread. We're just waiting for 4 more. If you prefer to just get what I have now, I can package that up as well and just
She'll
send your
send you a
way.
note if you want that.
Yeah, just send me an email at rachel@treehousefiberarts.com. And I'll send an email out to everybody too. I've been updating everybody, and I think that'll be my next update because Riley Blake said that they would be shipping chunky thread out by the end of August. So
Oh,
we're
so that's now.
yeah, so
We're
that's now.
there.
Yeah, so
Can you believe that's now? Holy cow.
no, I cannot. It's just crazy.
I know. So
Oh,
I have my big piece that I pulled out again. I can't even remember if I've ever shown this here because it's been quite a while since we've been here. Oh my gosh, I am
like,
obsessed with this piece.
oh,
Have I shown this yet? Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah, I think you've shown it, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I just dumped a little bit of water out.
Oh dear, be careful. Yes,
Yes,
so I've been going back in again when I want to be mindless and just filling in background. I,
that thing is amazing.
it's amazing. And
That is,
I've gotten so much done. I would say I'm a third done. No, quarter.
is that the bottom right there?
The there's quite a bit below here in satin stitch.
Hmm.
And I believe,
Hmm.
let's see,
I didn't realize there were other stitches in that one.
just that. And I'm leaving that till the very, yeah, there's quite a bit down there. The blue is all satin stitch.
Is it really? Cool. Ooh, that'll be so cool for water.
Yeah. And
I
it's
didn't
got
realize that.
fish and swans and flowers. And I love this piece so much.
You got some stitching,
I
serious stitching. You,
I really did become like this was like my stress stitching, like
yeah.
and honestly, it's like coloring. Like I'm an outliner. As an illustrator, I was an outliner
Mm-hmm.
and then a filler inner. So this speaks to like how I love to work.
How?
I love it. I love it. So I worked on that and then I worked on one other thing that I dropped it. Where did I drop it? Did I drop it? Oh, right here. So of course we have a baby coming, which we're so excited because it's getting so close.
October, right?
October, end of October. Hopefully you'll get to meet Ben and Kristen.
I
When
know that would be incredible.
yeah, we'll invite them.
And tell Jake to come on up too.
I know he's coming the weekend of the shower. So
Yeah.
like almost the weekend before. So
Oh,
this is for our newest little one.
oh,
I
that's
haven't worked on it in a while. I'm not going to put a name on. They have chosen a name, but I'm gonna wait because you just never know.
Yeah.
Never know. So
Did they
I,
share the name with you?
yes,
Wow.
yes, they
You
did.
can tell us. We won't tell anyone.
I am so
I'm teasing.
careful sharing things. Like
No, no, no.
it's so it's so different with a son versus a daughter. As far as those kind, I want to be very respectful. Um,
Yes.
so this is it. Again, it was a 1, 2, 3 stitch. Order everything. I had the fabric. I never order fabric, but this dog I
Hmm.
stitched and I can't stand it. I pulled it out.
What kind of
It
dog
was
is
so ugly. I think it's supposed to be
you? Don't
border
be mean.
collie.
Don't be mean.
Well, it's just I don't like it. I've never
Not
said
all
that.
dogs are as beautiful as ours.
I know. Oh my God, Winnie is so beautiful. You're gonna meet Winnie. I'm gonna apologize ahead of
Oh,
time.
I didn't even think of Winnie. You're right.
Oh,
I'm gonna meet Winnie. Winnie's gonna
so
be like, that's her. I've heard her voice so much.
so I think I'm gonna put. It's really hard to see. There's a sheep here that I think
Yes, I love that idea.
I'm gonna put the sheep in instead. I think it's gonna fit. I'm gonna finagle it, or this sheep here.
That's cute too. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a cute one. I think his
I'm
legs.
gonna see what works best. Yeah, I don't know. But so this is Marie's stocking. They're gonna love it. I made them stockings for their wedding and just Kristen is so worthy of making anything for. She just loves anything like that. So this is one of her shower gifts. So I've got to get going on it. But I
Mm.
did this in like a weekend. They're so
You're,
fast.
you're so fast at that
Well,
stuff.
they're so fast. When you're used to like stitching on this teeny tiny, like that's like a piece of cake.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I've really been enjoying stitching again.
Hmm. I did the needlework market over the weekend on, well, I did it on Sunday after I dropped the boys off though, and ordered some really, my shop. I don't order everything and I'm kind of pick and choose what I really wanted. Do you want me to share what I got?
Absolutely, because I know I'm gonna want it all.
Okay. Hi again. We're sharing my screen. Let's see. I need to go back to here. We're gonna look at some more of Rachel's life quickly. Okay. This first one. I love these. I'm so into these little ornament ideas. I'm all about Christmas. I thought these were so cute from cherry blossoms. I had never heard of cherry blossoms, but I think she's going to do a series because she's calling this set one. But I love them. And then I'm also getting the ornament backers. I got enough ornament backers so I can make kits for everyone.
Oh,
So
I was gonna ask you that.
yeah, it's the ornament backers. It's the wood. It's like a two-piece wood thing,
Oh,
painted or not.
I'm seeing it as felt.
You could do felt too if you
Yeah,
wanted, but
I
I
no,
got the
I
wood
want those.
backers. And then I got a little punch needle here, heartstring samplery. This is done
Oh,
with DMC, I
so
believe.
good.
Yep. So this would be a smaller punch needle piece, acorn gobbler. I had to get the next
Of
in the
course.
series, of course, from Hello from Liz Matthews. This is the Piper's Piping one.
So good.
Yeah, so good. I thought this was cute too for
That's
Halloween. It's a
fabulous.
Halloween October Quakers, I believe it's called.
Love it.
That's by Hello from Liz Matthews as well. And then she did some collaborations with her mom, Kathy Barrick. I love this one with the
Yes.
Santa and the sheep, and I think he's holding a bunny,
Oh,
maybe. I don't know. That
love.
is Santa and the Wool Makers. And another collaboration she did with her mom, Kathy Barrick. This one is what is this? A visit from Saint Nick.
Love it.
Super cute. Then JBW Designs had this booklet of Sing a Song of Christmas stockings, and there's like 15 little stockings. I thought they were so
Oh,
Sweet.
sweet.
Yeah. So I got a few of those books for the shop.
Oh,
And I also really love her Bluebirds sampler, Bluebird of Happiness, I think it's called. So I
yes.
got
Yes.
this kind of goes with it. When cardinals appear, loved ones are near. I
Oh, I
think the two
love
would be
that.
really pretty next to each other on a wall.
Yes.
The series.
Oh my
This,
Lord.
I got this one thinking of you.
Who did
I
this?
love this. This is the Needles Notion, and it's called Hoot in a Boot. And this is stitched separately, and then I just thought it was so
Oh
cute.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. How quickly is all this stuff coming to you?
Hopefully in the next week or so. I mean, I'm starting to get shipment notices. Okay,
Oh,
this just put me over the edge.
I
Stamped
want to make
Dash
all of
Designs.
these.
I mean, this actually is a scissor holder. On the back is a pocket of the bunny that you can put your scissors in. This is a needle, or this is do you see my pointer?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I'm pointing at nothing to you or what, but yeah, this is a little needle booklet, and this is a stitched mask that you can put on her.
I want them all.
I mean, it's so
Um,
cute.
I have never stitched a Stacy Nash, and I love her designs. Her designs lend to my house
They
so
do.
well,
They really
which is
do.
so funny because then I have Satsuma on the other end, which is the total opposite.
Yes, but no.
I
I don't
love
know. It's
it.
so whimsical. So that one, I think that was Nettle. And then I think this might be part of the British series. Reynard, maybe?
I
Or
want them all.
Clovis. This is Clovis. And it's the same thing. She's got a pocket on the back of her that you can put the scissors in and then your needles in that. Look at
Oh,
that. I mean, how cute. It's a little satchel. You can actually store little things in. So cute. And then I really liked her Merry Autumn pin keep as well.
mhm.
So
Love it.
that's the bulk of what I got from the show. I
So
just wanted to
fun.
share. So if you're interested in any of those, look for those coming soon to my shop or a shop near you. Yeah. And I also
Everything.
I found one Legacy Fiber Arts. This is 36 count Old North Church.
That's a good one.
Uh-huh. So I'm gonna just pop it in after the video goes up, and if you
Someone will
want,
see it.
someone will see
Someone
it,
will see it.
and yeah.
I know my goal is to get all of this done and then take a week. That's my goal. I have the fabric. It's killing me because I have the fabric here.
Hmm. Yeah, I gotta make you side by side. There we go. I also have Lori Holt's new home for the holidays line, which I don't want to take it apart right now, but
No, you can tell from that.
yeah, I mean it's her standard, just really great usable designs that are perfect for backing things. So I just get it in the 10-inch square version in
You
my
can just
shop,
make a quilt with all those 10-inch
but
squares.
you can make a great quilt too. Speaking of quilts, she's got a new book coming out in November. I think it's like, what's it called? I don't know. She's got a whole new book with all kinds of amazing quilts that she uses different what do you call these series? She's got the
Hmm.
prairie, and she uses the prairie collection heavily in that book. And I actually still have a lot of prairie stuff. So if you're looking for like, I think I have two sets of fat quarters still of prairie in my shop. But I've got jelly rolls, I think, and I've got 10-inch of prairie. But that book, if you go to Fat Quarter Shop's YouTube channel, she and Lori go through all the quilts of that book. They're
Oh,
incredible.
I think I saw that video.
I put a pre-order in for the book already. Even though I'm not quilting on a daily basis,
I
I,
want to be. I
she
set
has
up
a
my
lot of mini quilts, like the kind you could put on a table, like, I don't know, what is that? 3 feet by 3 feet, maybe, those squares.
yeah.
So nice. So nice. But yeah, so that's in the shop. And then I do also have sorry if this is a little shop heavy, but I wanted to just tell people that I
Yes.
did get more of these cute little vinyl pack, but these sold out so fast, and I can see why. I mean, they're just so cute.
So cute.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I showed this. I don't think I had it in last time. This is her it goes with the Home for the Holiday, Hometown Holidays that's coming out that
Is
just
that
came out.
fabric?
This is no, it's vinyl. And it's got Away in a Manger. This is music, Away in a Manger. You can see the
That
music
is
and
gorgeous. What
it,
a great gift to fill
yeah,
that with fun things.
it's got a great red lining. I mean, the price points on these are really good, so they sell very fast in the shop. So I have a few of
Love
these
it.
if you're interested. I love the vinyl for, I mean, just being outdoors, even in my house. I don't know. I just it's nice, a nice change
I
of.
agree. I think even in the car, like with projects in the car, which I tend to do, I don't stitch in the car, but I knit in the car. And I
Mhm.
don't love having my nice cloth bags like on the ground because that's where they are.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So
I agree. I don't know. I wanted some of these, so I picked them up. She has these, they're labels. They're like labels for all your holiday giving.
I love that.
Yeah, you can use them on cards, on your gifts, mail, treat bags, on
I do
notes, but
treat bags.
there's all different styles in here and sizes. It's kind of like washi tape almost. It's like
Yeah.
a really nice big.
Love. I
Yeah, I
love
thought these were
everything
cool.
about what she does.
Yeah, I agree. And then last but not least, there's just a few charms of hers that I absolutely love. These would be so fun on the vinyl bags that I had to add to the shop. These are Rachel's favorites. I love the bird. And then
So,
this massive magnet needle minder, scissor minder. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy, but it's so cute. Got a big.
so I love it.
Yeah, so this would be great, like on one of her stands, or I mean, these stick on my metal file cabinet, and then I can put my scissors on it on my magnetic stand that I showed earlier. There's so many uses. You can put these on your fridge. They're so cute.
I was thinking fridge because I have so much stuff, drawings all over my refrigerator and they fall because I don't have any good magnets.
Same.
So yeah, yeah.
Yes, same. Yeah, so that's what's been going on over here. Lots of gearing up for the holidays.
It's gearing up time. Our Halloween collection will come out probably next week of yarn, which is really fun.
Hmm.
I'll show that on Friday morning. And then Christmas, I have to pick a movie and
Yes, did oh you picked the Halloween movie though. Yay.
I know I'll share it on Friday.
Have you watched any floss tubers that you like?
Yes. Okay, so I found a new one through
Everybody from
Holly.
Periscope is laughing
I
right now.
Hobbies from Holly, of course, our friend Holly. I think she suggested, and I don't remember her name, but it's called Comfort Stitching.
Oh, I've seen
And
her.
yes, it's just so interesting because I don't watch a lot. I get bored so easily, I find with screens. I think
Mhm.
because we're on screens all the time, so my attention. But she started off, I usually go back and watch the first one if it's someone new so I can get to know who they are. And she lives, I think, in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri.
Mhm.
Kansas, I'm not sure which one. Anyways, she worked for Hallmark Cards for years, which
Oh,
I interviewed with Hallmark Cards my senior year of college, and that was my dream job. I did not get it. I was so sad. I made it through all the interviews, and I was like, oh. But
mhm.
a couple people from my school ended up out there. So like that was like, how cool is that? And then she worked for Mary Engelbreit for years.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
know. So she's this really amazing artist. And so that's what really drew me in. And I really am, I only watched a few, but I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it.
I think I watched her too and enjoyed her because this is ringing a bell with the Mary
Yeah.
Engel.
And I cannot remember her name.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. So, anyways, Comfort Stitcher, new
Uh,
one I watched.
Um, Sandy, her by the lakeside, her last one of her last episodes. I don't know when it was. She recommended this book,
Oh, it's
Lost Flowers of Alice Hart. And she just described it briefly. And I thought, this sounds like a book I would like. And it was right in the thick of getting, I just had a lot of stuff on my mind about kids leaving and moving. And I was like, I just don't feel like doing anything crafty. I just want to sit and read a book. And so I went to my library and I could get it right away because it's not a newer book. And the day that George was packing up his room and kind of cleaning his room faces our back patio on the second floor. So I sat on the patio reading this, and he had his windows open. And every so often he'd be like, "Mom, do I need to keep this? Or do you think I need to take that?" And he'd yell it out. And while I was reading this book, but this is all it took my mind off of everything, and it was fabulous. This book is so good. I'm that far. I'm almost done. I've got just maybe a quarter left in the book. And it takes place in Australia. It goes over time and several generations. The character development is beautiful. The whole idea of flowers and the meaning behind the flowers. And it's a lovely book. And I'm so glad I'm reading it.
I'm
I
gonna
wanted
see
to
if I
read a
can.
book and I wanted an old school book, and it was fabulous. Now, you said you saw the movie.
I saw the series on either Prime or Netflix, and it was excellent. Like I was drawn right in. Sigourney Weaver is the main character, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm just gonna type it in to see if I can listen to it because I think it'd be a great listen.
Yes, it would be a great listen. The illustration, every chapter is a
Oh,
different flower, and they give the meaning, and it does associate with what happens in that chapter. But the artist that did the sketches of all the flowers, the different types of flowers, it's just a beautiful book. There's always um, it's a beautiful book.
my library never has things on Libby that I want. Okay, so do watch the series though, because it's
Okay.
really good. It makes me want to go back. Like it was one of those. I know it was more than I know it was a series. It was one of those. The minute I finished, I wanted to start it over again.
Hmm.
It's just, it was so good.
I can't
So,
wait. I can wait. I want to finish the book and then I'll go
yeah.
look.
But now I want to kind of read the book. So I read, I'm really having trouble finding books lately. Like,
I was too. That's why I
yeah,
was so excited when I found that one.
I think Kristen Hanna's The Woman. Is that what it
Yeah,
was called? The Women?
the
It
women.
ruined me because it was so good. I listened to it. I was instantly I just loved it and I haven't found much since then, but I just finished All the Colors in the Dark. I think that's what it was
Yeah,
called.
I looked that one up. That looked good. I marked that.
It's it's good. Let me just see if it pops up on my Kindle because I think I actually bought it. All the Colors of the Dark, Chris Whitaker.
Yes.
It was very different and it's very long, but so good. So good. I loved it.
Yeah, the synopsis. I forget what it was about, but I thought, ooh, this looks good.
I know, and I hesitate to say what it's about because it I don't want to ruin it for anyone, and it could just because I'm
Mhm.
not sure when things start to happen.
Yeah.
But it's a really and I actually read it. It was a really good read.
Yeah, I was having a hard time finding books that grabbed me, and they were, I don't know, I just wanted a really well written,
Same, like a novel.
yes.
Yeah,
And yeah, this felt good. Felt
I
like
know.
brought me
I
back
feel.
to like when I enjoyed Isabel Allende and
Oh, I don't know that
Barbara Kingsolver, and
one. Love Barbara Kingsolver.
that's the kind of book this is if you like those two authors.
Oh, The Poisonwood Bible.
Mm. The Bean Trees, Barbara Kingsolver. She spoke at the Vogue Knitting Live that I went to. That I was no, it wasn't with Denise. But yeah, she was a speaker because she's a knitter and had sheep or something. Her book, Animal Vegetable
Plant.
Miracle or Plant Anna, I don't know. So good. Oh my gosh. It's her story of living off the land for a year and only eating and wearing things that were made within like 30 miles of her house. And it was a great read if you're interested in that kind of thing. Barbara
I
King.
never read it, but I know of it. Was she poisoned with Bible?
Yeah, she
Oh,
was.
that book took me 3 tries. I just couldn't remember it because it was 4 girls. All their
Mhm.
names began with A, and I couldn't figure it out. I think they
Ugh.
began with A. And then I found a way to know, like, oldest, youngest are these two. And I had a
Yeah.
way of knowing, and I finally, third try, loved it.
Ugh.
Those are
Yes.
the books you could read again. There's very few
Hmm.
books like that now.
Yeah. Well, and I think it'd be fun to read books that I read in my 20s, because my 20s was when I was really reading before I got married, before kids. And if I would still, I don't know, I should do that.
Yeah. One of my favorite books, Wally Lamb.
Hmm. She's come undone.
She's Come Undone.
Hmm.
I should read that again. I have no
That,
idea what that would
oh,
feel like.
that book was just like, oh.
Yeah. That was when I was in a book club,
Hmm.
and I was in this book club till we moved up here, like how old's Ben? 30 years, over 30 years. And that's when there were so many great books and we were reading them all. And I'm just not feeling that lately.
Me neither. It's all fluffy. I think, I
Yeah.
don't know. You know
I
what?
do.
It's kind of like music. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe when you get older, you just like what you liked when you were younger and think it's better than what's out now. I don't know. But I feel like the
Well, I'm
music.
a huge Wally Lamb fan, huge. And
Mhm.
his one about the twin brothers, I think HBO made it into a series with Mark Ruffalo.
Ooh.
Super hard to read, super hard to watch, but so good.
Hmm.
All I know, this much is true, or
Hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
you can watch it. Mark Ruffalo is one of my favorite favorites.
That was like the era, those books, it was like Angela's Ashes. I remember Frank
I
Report.
hated Angela's Ashes.
Oh my gosh. I
I
thought it was amazing.
It just made me so mad.
Oh, I know.
Just
It's just,
made me so mad all the time. I was like, that was my first book club book that we read.
yeah,
And I remember thinking it's making me so mad. Like I just didn't like it.
yeah.
But yeah. All right, we've gone into book reviews now.
Yeah, so if you have a book that you could recommend along these lines, I would love. And I'm into reading older books that I
Yeah.
missed.
A good novel is what I'm craving. Although beginning of summer, I do rom-com just because it's fun, it's light, it's easy, it's just where my head is.
Mhm.
I'm kind of wanting some spookiness right now.
Ooh, yeah, you
Huge
should.
Stephen King fan, huge, but I've read most of them, except for the period where I gave up on him because it was just too gross and I couldn't handle it. Pet
He got a little
Cemetery,
bored.
yeah, Pet Cemetery started it. I don't know where it ended, and I couldn't read those in between, and then I loved him again.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I love him.
Oof.
But I've read most of his.
Now all I want to do is sit and read my book and finish it. That's the thing when a book draws you in where you want to just sit for like an hour and read. Oh, I love that.
See, it's so funny. I've talked about this before. I can sit and knit all day, crochet all day, stitch all day. I cannot read all day. I feel
Mhm.
like reading is for nighttime. Isn't that weird? So I can't wait to get to bed to read, but I
Yeah.
haven't had that feeling in so long because I don't have a good book.
You know what I used to do when I was single in my 20s? I'd wake up like on a Saturday morning and I would pull my book. I wouldn't even get out of bed. I would grab my book. And there was something about like not thinking about the day or anything yet, just getting right back into your book. That was my like guilty pleasure. I
Heaven.
would feel guilty if I did that now. Like, come on.
Same, but I don't feel guilty about it's the producing.
Yeah.
I'm actually producing something. Maybe
Yeah.
my slowing down lifestyle, I'll get back to spending more time reading. Like
Yeah.
sitting outside with a good book is heaven.
Oh my gosh. And last week around here, it was like low 70s. And that night it was getting in the 50s. And sitting out on the patio was so perfect. Just reading my book. That was such a nice day.
All right, we're
I
gonna need
made I
another.
made George clean his room too, and every once in a while the window would open and out with this dust rag would flip, and I'd see all this dust. Gosh.
Oh,
Ooh. Anyway,
oh.
good
Well,
times.
you enjoy your quiet and
Yes, I'll hopefully get this video edited and up, and you enjoy too your day. What are you're dying
well,
today?
we're
No.
supposed to go to the fair,
Yeah.
but look, poor little Charlie's not feeling well. She's been sick for a while, and it's rainy, gloomy.
Mm,
I would
not.
say if at like 1 or 2 o'clock the sun comes out and she's feeling good, maybe we'll pop down. It's like the county fair.
Mhm.
It's funny because in Connecticut, you always went to Massachusetts to the Big E. It's this huge, huge like state fair, and this is what's comparable up here. So it'll
Mhm.
be interesting. I'm sure it's nothing as big,
Mhm.
but it doesn't need to be. Like I never even saw half the stuff at the Big E. Let's be honest, it's all about the food.
Right. Who you're not going to get on any of those crazy rides.
Not
Or
anymore.
maybe you would. I don't know.
I used to. I have terrible vertigo,
Yeah.
so that's kind of playing with fire. It's not actually participating in the ride, it's figuring out how to stand up afterwards and walk off the ride
Yeah.
without
It's so true.
That's all it is for me. I could actually manage it, but then to have to regroup in 2 seconds and walk off, I'd be
Yeah.
like
I need a
woman
walker.
down.
I know. It'd be embarrassing for my family.
You say,
Oh my gosh. But I'm sorry that Charlie isn't feeling good, but there is something nice when something gets canceled and all of a sudden you have like 6 hours that you didn't have anything planned.
yes, and it's a rainy day, and so
Oh.
I have to finish boxing up Hanukkahs, and then Dave will wrap them all up. Those will go out, and so I may take the day. I don't know. I'm really bad.
I think some Halloween stitching is in order if everything gets canceled.
Yeah, kind of feels like that would be fun, huh?
Yeah, I
We'll
know.
see.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. And if you liked this episode, give us a thumbs up. We love to increase our viewership by getting more and more thumbs up and leave us a comment if you have any good book recommendations, any questions for us. We read everything.
Yes, any great Halloween designs that I'm missing?
Yes.
All
Good.
of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Right. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and Sue will chat with you later.
Yeah. I feel like we'll be back now that your life is a little calmer and quieter. Like we might
Well,
get back on a schedule.
we were doing good every 2 weeks.
We were.
Gosh, that would mean like probably only one episode, and then I'll be visiting you practically.
Maybe we'll do one together.
My
We
gosh,
won't. You know what I think we'll do together? We'll do a Periscope together.
that would be so fun.
Yeah, we'll do a live on Instagram.
I'll try and be quiet during your Periscope because I'm sure I would be annoying. Everybody wants to hear you.
No, they'd be like, wait, wait, where's Rachel? I need to talk to her. All
Oh
right.
my gosh. All right,
Thank
you take care.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.